I feel like this is the outfit I get just attacked by a dog in.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 105 of the Clean Hamster Podcast. The name is Dean, and Clean Hamster's the team. Sure. And we'll go with that. I hope everyone is doing okay. I am doing just fine myself. I am pumping content on this channel. I am working on a main channel video right now as we speak. But hey, I thought I'd take a break this evening to record a podcast and look at all of you as you look at me on a screen. So thank you so much for the continuous support of this podcast. And maybe one day I'll have merch. Maybe one day I'll have my own tour. Maybe one day I'll have maybe one day I'll have a Patreon. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have like other stuff besides 2 channels and an Instagram and a Twitter account. And not a part-time job on weekends. Maybe this will be my career one day. It's a slow burn, but we're trying. And maybe I should try harder instead of... I mean, speaking it into existence isn't that bad of an idea, but also maybe I should step my game up. Fart it. Yeah, man, I am a golfer and I am a basketball player. And that's it. And I'm a podcaster. And those 3 things, that's what I am. Sometimes when people are like, so wait, I heard you're a comedian. I'm like, yeah, but that usually happens to me while I'm working at a restaurant. And I go, well, right now I'm not that at all. I am a representative of this company. So I have to behave as such. So, no jokes. Unless no one's looking, if you know what I mean. Unless no one's listening, then I'll tear it up. I'll do a tight 5. I'll do a loose 3 or a tight 5. Okay? I got ghosted. Like, not saying that I haven't ghosted before. I have. A while ago. I try my best not to. I still try my best to keep communication and explain myself, and if I'm feeling a certain, because like I'll hang out with someone and like me, and maybe like people have weeks and months when they just don't feel like talking to someone as much as they used to, and it's because they got fucking their own shit going on, and that happens to me a lot, and I like being honest about that, and I take pride in that. But like, oof, man, I got ghosted like in the most lame way, like the most classic. So when I got back from the golfing trip with the fellas last week, I had plans like that evening to hang out with a girl who I had already hung out with, and should be. Like we've hung out, like, you know what I mean? Like we should be past this. And I was in communication with her all day, like, yeah, just let me know what time, and then I'll be there, and yeah, and then I'll let you know if anything comes up, or I'll let you know if I'm gonna be late and shit like that, right? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, come over for 8:30, and then suddenly it was 10:45, and I'm not like bombarding with texts. I'm not like, where are you? What's going on? Is everything all right? Like, I'm not like that, because it's fucking Toronto, man. She probably got a better offer, or just flaked and had no feelings about it. You know what I mean? Because that's what the fuck happens here sometimes. I think that happens in every city, but it sure as fuck happens here. I'm supposed to hang out with this guy later in his basement apartment, and then some other person goes, well, do you want to come to this crazy dope condo party? And that person's like, yeah, that sounds way better. I'll get way more attention there, right? Like, I get it, but still, say something. This is what pisses me off about when someone ghosts someone. It's like, don't say nothing. At least say something. Lie to me. Lie. Hey, my dad's in town. Or, hey, I broke my foot. Like, say something crazy. And I'll be like, oh, fuck. I'm not going to call you on that. We'll plan for another time. But I just got nothing for like 12 hours. And then the next day, I got a message saying, now this is the most annoying thing. Okay, for real? Man, I keep going back to this and I'm sorry, but like, this is such a girl thing to do. It is. Between the ages of, let's say like, I'm going to say like 19 to 26-year-old girls, if they don't want to like admit that they did something like kind of lame or rude, instead they'll text you saying, oh my God, I know you probably hate me, but hear me out. Or, oh my God, I know I'm the worst and I'm sorry, but here's what happened. Like, they'll say something that's like kind of like almost, that seems like it could left them, like it seems like it could let them off the hook just because that they're admitting it, but it's not. That doesn't absolve you. That does not. Jesus, Dean, speak, idiot. Saying, oh my God, I'm the worst, I know, or like, oh my God, please don't hate me, does not absolve you of the fact that you did something rude. You know what I mean? You didn't even, I'm not kidding. I didn't get any text. I didn't get any like message saying like, hey, this came up, that came up, sorry. Let's schedule for another night. I would have respected that. Or you know what? I actually really would have respected like, hey, I don't want to hang out tonight. I'm just really not feeling it. I'm not mentally there. I would have been like, fuck, I love that. Thank you for being honest. But I got nothing all night. And she continued to post stories on Instagram where I follow her. Come on. Don't do that shit. I can see you. So the next day she messages me in the early afternoon saying, oh my God, I know you probably hate me. And that's it. And I go, no, just tell me what happened. Like, why didn't you come over last night? And how come you didn't tell me? And she was like, my friend had an emergency. Now, I know like 10 seconds ago, I was just saying like, oh, this is such a girl thing to do. Like, yeah. And I meant that. And then she said that. And I was like, okay, I screenshotted that. I sent it to, I didn't include her name. I'm not a piece of shit. I sent it to one of my good friends, Sydney. Sydney, I know you're a viewer of this podcast and a listener. How are you, sweetheart? I sent it to her. I was like, is this girl lying? And she goes, 100%. And I was like, yeah, man. How? Imagine though, you know what I mean? You get ghosted. I ask you why, like, how come you didn't message me? How come you didn't tell me what was up? And we've hung out before already. So like, what's the big deal? And she said, my friend had an emergency. That is such a lie. Like, I read that and I was like, that's not fucking true. And even if it is, I hope she's okay. I didn't say you're a liar. I said, oh, okay. Oh, I hope your friend is all right. And she was like, but I could have texted you. I could have said something. I'm sorry. That's rude. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Like, I just wish you would have said something, but it's all good. And she was like, but let me know when you're free next. I want to make it up to you. And I was like, oh, that's very sweet. Like, everyone deserves a second chance. I understand that. Like, sometimes whatever, when you're nervous or when you're just overthinking stuff, you just say or do something that's like dumb or rude or whatever the case may be. It's shit happens. I get it. But I'm not taking my foot off. It is such a girl thing to be like, oh my God, I know you probably hate me. Or like, oh my God, I'm the worst. Like, hey, if you say something like that, fix it. Just fix it. Just try your best to improve. That's all. It just happens too much. City people, young single city people just say whatever, because they don't care, because most of their communication happens over text, and like they don't see emotion a lot. They don't see what something they do could possibly do to someone emotionally. They just see it over a screen. So it's like blinders are on. No one really sees what happens. You know what I mean? It just sucks. Did that make any sense, Dean? I think it did. Anyway, it's also just so easy to not text. That's why ghosting happens so much. It's just so easy to go fucking nope and just out of sight, out of mind, everything, right? So she makes plans. She goes, how about Saturday? I go, Saturday's perfect. She goes, all right, I'm going to double check, but I'm free. I know I'm free, but I'm just going to make sure, all right, because I don't want this to happen again. I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you. And then Saturday rolls around. Fool me once. Saturday rolls around. I'm texting her in the early afternoon again. I'm like, 8:30, cool? She's like, yeah, sounds good. I'll let you know when I'm done dinner. I'll let you know when I'm heading on up there. It's 8:50. I'm like, because I knew what was happening. I double texted and was like, hey, is 8:30 still good for you? At 8:50, no reply for the rest of the night. I went to bed at 11 o'clock. Like the sirens in the city. Can everyone just fucking be careful here? Jesus Christ. Ugh. Hopefully it's the cops chasing after her for getting my hopes up for a bit. I don't know. So, that happened Saturday. In the morning, I got no text. In the afternoon of that Sunday, I got no message. Hey, fuck, I'm sorry. Like, I got nothing. And I was like, okay. Fool me once. Shame on... Wait, I'm literally doing what George Bush did in that thing. I don't know what the actual saying is. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is that it? Okay, maybe. I don't know. Fuck. The fool me can't get fooled again. Anyway, played me for a fool. I'm an idiot, but like, hey, you said you'd make it up to me, and then you ghosted me like harder. You know what I mean? Like this, did your friend have another emergency again? And also, what kind of emergency could your friend possibly have? Knowing her, I'm sure one of her friends was like, my stomach hurts, and then that was it. And it's like, well, what'd you eat today? Well, just an iced coffee, and I jeweled for a bit, and that was probably her whole day. Oh, your stomach hurts, huh? That's weird. But like, that was, like I said, that was Saturday. It is now Tuesday. It is now Tuesday evening. No communication. So, like, dick, you know? Like, it's rude. It's rude. So, kind of pissy about that, but what are you going to do? It also hurt. It's an ego hit. It's obviously. Like, it's not like, I really like it. Listen. This girl wasn't the one. But, like, just say something instead of cutting it and saying nothing. When we already, like, had pretty concrete plans. That's all. I've been in that situation where shit's popped up and I have texted. I've been like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. I forgot I have this. Like, let me make it up to you. And I do. And there's times before that, yeah, when I was younger, in my earlier 20s and in my late teens, when I would just ghost and I didn't like the way it made me feel. But no remorse. Tom Clancy's no remorse on this girl. I hope she's well. I hope if there is a problem, I hope it's getting fixed. But, like, if there was an emergency with her friend, I hope it's fine now. But, like, come on. Don't be like, I'm sorry, let me make it up to you. And then ghost me again? Oh, bitch. rude, like pretty rude. So, ouch. You know what I mean? You got to take that one on the chin. But what are you going to do? I'm just going to sit here and talk about it on the podcast. Hey, okay. Thanks for the material, I guess. Thank you for letting something happen to me so I could speak about it to the loyal fans of this podcast. Thank you. Not naming her name because I'm not a piece of shit, and that's unfair to her. And I would never do anything like that. You guys know what I'm referencing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Not going to put her name in the title. Dean! Oh, Dean! Oh, Dean! Oh, Dean! Whoa. Lightheaded.
Piss in my mouth.
Hey, what else is going on? I haven't had product in my hair for like 4 months. I love it. The loose look? Oof. Mwah. The loose look? Fuck. It's good. It's really good. I love it. Sometimes I feel when I walk by my neighbors, because like I always have a haircut because I cut my own hair. Like literally every other day I cut my own hair. I tighten up the fade. Okay? I tighten up the fade. And I feel like when I walk by now, I know you guys know this, but I am not chummy with my neighbors. I've never been that kind of person. I'm never like, how are you? Hey, morning. Like, that's not me. I do me. I live my own life. I don't know. I don't want to. I just don't want to. It's just never been what I've been down for. I feel like when my neighbors see me with a constant haircut, I just feel like they think I'm rich. I feel like they think I'm some young punk who has his parents' money. And I am not. Farthest thing from it, to be honest. I just feel like whenever they see me, I'm wearing like some fucking t-shirt and sweatpants tucked into the socks and my flip-flops, and I'm going to the store like 4 times a day to get packs of gum because I am fully addicted to gum. Okay? I have a pack all the time. Oh, it's so embarrassing that I don't have a pack. Where's my pack of gum? Shit. Oh, it's in my room. Oh, you guys were about to be so fucked there. Anyway, I just like, they just see me come out at like fucking noon and I'm just like not doing anything for the world because I'm in here all day. I'm always like editing and I'm always fucking playing video games, and then I'll go to work on the weekends, and if not, I'm just filming videos and editing and blah, 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 all that shit. I just feel like I am very interested in what they think about me. And I know that's not good, but I'm always like, I bet they think I'm just some young punk who's just like bummy but always has a fade. Why does he, I for sure, the 2 neighbors who live to my left are always like, why does he always have the freshest haircut, but like is just going to the store to get snacks? Like all they do is they see me get gum and like chips and like a ginger ale like 2 times a day. And they're just like, what does he bring to society? I don't know though. But fun thing actually, I was about to say the address. That's not good. There's a few girls who live 3 doors up from me, and one time I got a message on Instagram that said, "Hey, me and my friends, we like your videos," and they're probably talking about the videos I was in with Curtis. But I was like, whoa, fuck, we live at number, and we think you're our neighbor. Let us know if you want to come over and smoke sometime. And I went, no, thank you, but I appreciate you. And I've walked by them a few times. They're very nice. But last week was like crazy for that. I got noticed 4 or 5 times in 1 week just on my own. And that hasn't happened in quite a while. And I was like really like you know what? You know when the last time it happened? When I was like getting off the streetcar to go to that girl's house who ghosted me 2 times in a row. It was like on King Street, like 2 weekends ago. And I got off the streetcar, and this couple was walking towards me, and I was walking towards them, and then the woman took her mask down and was like, Dean? And I was like, hello. And she was like, oh my God, you're hilarious. I love your videos. This is so, have a great night. And I was like, thank you so much. You too. I appreciate that. And that was so cool. And then this other kid, man, I hope he's watching. I think he told me he watches this, or he might watch my main channel. I'm not sure. Charlie, met him at Tim Hortons last week, and it sweetest kid. He's like 19. He plays baseball, and he was just getting some Timbits and some coffees for his family because he lived around the corner from this Tim Hortons that I always go to. And I walked in, and he was in front of me in the line, and he was like, are you Dean? And I went, yeah. And he's like, bro, you, Curtis, and Jacob, man, you guys are the funniest. Holy shit, man, what are you doing here? And I was like, I live around here. And he goes, no way. Wow, man, so do I. Like, man, I think you're hilarious. Man, like, man, I'm next in line. Can I get you anything? Can I buy? And I was like, dude, you don't have to buy me breakfast or a coffee or anything. Like, that's all good. Like, I got it. I'm dialed in. I know what the fuck I want. And he was like, oh, fuck, man, that's so cool. 1 second. And then he took his order, and then we were both waiting for our food together. And he was sweetest kid. Like, just was so stoked. And, like, it made me so happy. So, Charlie, if you're listening, buddy, appreciate you very much. And then, like, we kind of, like, walked home together. And it was really nice. He was just a really sweet kid. And then when I was at work, I work at fucking Bangarang. I work at I sit at this podium because I'm hosting. I have to seat tables and stuff. And it happened 3 times. This girl walked by and was like, Dean? Are you Dean? And I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, you work here? And I went, yeah, every weekend. And she was like, that's so cool. You're fucking funny, man. That's awesome. I love your videos. And classic, always. Tell Curtis I say hi. Okay. All right. Sure. And then I let those stack up. I always do. I always let those stack up. I always let a list, a long list. I don't really have time to remember names, and it's often such a quick interaction that there's there's never any names exchanged. It's always just hey Dean, oh fuck, you're funny. Hey, tell Curtis I say hi. And and then every time I see Curtis, I'm like, hey Curtis, 64 people said hi. And I also include the messages I get on Instagram. Yeah. So just thought I'd let you know. And he goes, thank you. And then I'm sure he says hello back. And then when this really drunk girl came up to me and was like, can we move a chair to the table over there? And then her friend behind her just went, Dean. And I went, yes. But hang on, let me deal with the work-related thing first. Not the hobby-related thing. But no, both are work. Come on, Dean. One day. I keep looking at myself in there. You know what? Fuck it. Why do I keep getting so embarrassed? I want to know how I look. I want to know how I fucking look. I'm cute today, man. Whatever. My hair is something else. My hair gets poofy. Anyway, getting noticed is such a fucking blessing. It's so cool. When I was a little kid, man, I used to pretend my bed was a stage, and I would get my dad's tennis rackets and pretend they were guitars and pretend to be a rock star, or I would pretend to be doing stand-up comedy. And I would sit in my room and pretend I was on a late-night talk show and answer questions that I would hope that they would ask me, that I would have funny things to say about. I'm not kidding. I still do that sometimes, man. If I'm having a weird week, dude, if I'm shitting and no one's home, I'll pretend I'm on Conan. I do that all the time, man. It's my dream. I want to be on a panel so badly. I think that'd be so fucking fun. I want to be up there with Curtis and Jacob, dude. That'd be awesome. It'd be amazing. Was this episode funny, or was it just something? Who knows? How much time we got left? 1 minute. Oh, I gotta show you guys a song I've been listening to lately. Fuck, I haven't done that in a while, and I'm sorry. I think I've just been timid about it because YouTube. Oh, Kate Beckinsale was on Dax Shepard's podcast recently. She's a fucking rocket. I would love to fuck Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale. This is my apartment. Would you like to come over? Please? No, she's so fucking hot though. If Kate Beckinsale, Olivia Wilde, and Charlize Theron arrived at my front door and were like, hey, Dean, we're all here to make out with you and watch things that you want to watch, and then you can show us music that you like. I'd be like, I'd faint. I would lose my mind. I'd be like, we'll come right in, ladies. It would be unreal. Those three. Those are my... Yeah. Strike one, strike two, strike three. And Dean's out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think I can just stop being horny right now. All right, here we go. What should I put on? Hey, I might just pull up on you. I might just ride through. I might just pull up on you. You sneak the bad guy. Yo, I'm the one who run the city when they armed and vicious. Accusations on them blogs, but they all fictitious. Push the harder to sixes. And I'm gonna line them like factions. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support on this podcast. It's the best podcast on fucking planet Earth. It's Clean Hamster. Oh my god, episode 105, and that's a wrap.